Hello out there, we're on the air, and it is once again hockey night tonight in Lawrenceville. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of TCNJ Lions Hockey, live exclusively on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, lads of all ages, live from the TSAI Field House on the campus of the Lawrenceville School in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. My name is Trey Wright, and for the final time in the regular season, it is time for TCNJ Lions Hockey. Here this evening, it is senior night, live from the TSAI Field House in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, as the Lions will take on the Pioneers of William Patterson in just a couple of moments. And like we said, it is senior night for TCNJ. William Patterson celebrating their senior night yesterday evening in a 2-1 loss at home against the Temple Owls in an ECHA matchup. And TCNJ also played on the road last night up in the Class of 23 Ice Arena, a huge 6-5 win over the Dragons of Drexel in a big matchup against one of the top teams in the NECHL. But for a lot of these seniors here today for TCNJ, it's a celebration of their 4 years. Jack Ellis, Jake Barrera, Alex Gatsonis, Matt Sislo, Scott Martin, Ryan Lagriola, Rich Stefanik, Eric Santo, and Mike Businich, along with Gary Mignon, all taking place in senior night here this evening, about a minute away from the opening puck drop and opening ceremonies taking place here. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's coverage. It is a triple header evening tonight on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, as right after this game, Rider University Bronx will be taking on the Mountaineers of West Virginia at about 7:45 Eastern Time here at the TSAI Field House, and then later on tonight down in Aston, Pennsylvania. Night number 2, the second game in a row for the Widener Pride after they lost 7-1 to Georgetown yesterday evening. They'll take on the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Hopefully won't have technical issues like we did last night. We apologize on our behalf, but nonetheless, set to be yet another great night of hockey, our first weekend of hockey here in 2025, with Rider winning last night, a big win over the Drexel Dragons. And Widener falling to Georgetown, and then here we are, our first and only game of 2025 for the TCNJ Lions here in the regular season for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. As you'll see all the seniors coming down the tunnel. Getting a good look there at Ryan Walter leading the way for this senior class. Again, set to be a very, very fun one here tonight as TCNJ 0-1 in this season contest against William Patterson. All 3 of the games being played at the TSAI Field House this season. And we'll take a short time out here before we get into starting lineups. We'll send it downstairs for the starting lineups for tonight's contest between TCNJ and William Patterson, live from the TSAI Field House on Breakout Sports Broadcasting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TSAI Field House for tonight's ACHA Division I matchup between the William Patterson Pioneers and your TCNJ Lions. Tonight is senior night here in Lawrenceville. We want to thank all of our seniors for their commitment and dedication to the TCNJ ice hockey program, and thank their families for their support throughout the years. Now introducing the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting William Patterson Pioneers. At forward, number 8, Austin Teets. At forward, number 10, Jason Lastra. At forward, number 14, Dante Amaro. On defense, number 27, Matthew O'Donnell. At defense, number 44, George Boyle. In goal, number 1, Hunter Galgani. Lions. First, after playing 18 Division I games in his freshman year at Towson University, this player joined the TCNJ Division I team in 2022. He has played 32 games for TCNJ. Forward, number 9, Jack Ellis. He joined the Lions Division I team in 2023. In his 2 seasons, he has played 45 games at TCNJ. Forward, number 24, Eric Santo. He joined the TCNJ Division I team in January of 2023. So far, he has played 27 Division I games as a Lion. Forward, number 23, Rich Stefanik. He is a 4-year member of the TCNJ ice hockey program, and as a member of the team that moved to ACHA Division I, he has played 107 games as a Lion. An assistant captain, forward, number 12, Jake Barrera. He is a 4-year member of the Lions ice hockey program. As a member of the team that moved to ACHA Division I, he has played 87 games at TCNJ. Forward, number 18, Ryan Lagriola. He is a 4-year member of the TCNJ ice hockey program, and as a member of the team that moved to ACHA Division I, he played 87 games as a Lion. The captain, forward and defenseman, number 16, Scott Martin. He is a 4-year member of the Lions ice hockey program. As a member of the team that moved to ACHA Division I, he has played 95 games at TCNJ. Defenseman, number 13, Alex Gatsonis. He is a 4-year member of the TCNJ ice hockey program. As a member of the team that moved to ACHA Division I, he has played 107 games as a Lion. He is the club president and assistant captain. Defenseman number 14, Matt Sislo. He is a 4-year member of the Lions ice hockey program. As a member of the team that moved to ACHA Division I, he has played 82 games at TCNJ. Goalie number 33, Mike Busanic. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you all to please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Forward number 9, Jack Ellis.
ready to get rocking and rolling after a wonderful rendition of the national anthem by Jack Ellis. And it is set to be a great one here. That is how you get senior night started, TCNJ style. Taking a look at the starting lineups for TCNJ, it's all seniors tonight with Jake Pereira and Ryan Lagriola. Centering the captain of this Lions ship, Scott Martin, Matt Sislo, and Alex Gatsonis on the blue line, and no surprise to see Mike Busanich between the pipes for TCNJ. No surprise to see this starting six for William Patterson either, with Austin Teets, Jason Lastra, Dante Amato. As the forwards, back end, the 27 of Matthew O'Donnell, the 44 of George Boyle, and the 1 of Hunter Galgani to make up the starting lineup. For both of these teams here this afternoon, Austin Teets meeting with the referee for a brief moment. He'll go back and he will take the opening draw with Scott Martin. Rather, it will be Amato who will take the opening draw with Scott Martin, and senior night is officially underway for the Lions. This one taken here by George Boyle and sent into the TCNJ end of the ice. Matt Sislo hit hard into the glass, but he's able to keep possession. 2-on-2 for TCNJ. Now Martin tries to get it to Lagriola. This one batted out of the air by William Patterson. 8-10-1 coming into tonight's contest. Gatsonis gets it up. This will be icing against TCNJ with 29 seconds gone in tonight's contest. Glad you could have us along for the ride, as it is set to be another fantastic game of TCNJ hockey. Lions have only won 2 games on home ice this season. Looking to get 3 as a magic number for wins. As that one sent through the blue paint, that was Thomas Swartout trying to get the first shot of the afternoon for the black-clad William Patterson Pioneers. Martin fans on the pass, hounded from behind by Teets, as the two captains nearly colliding there as Barrera will get it around Swartout, tries to get it up to Stefanik, rather that's Gatsonis. Down Broadway was Filicamo. Filicamo swatting at it once again. Busanich has got it covered up, and that'll freeze play. And looking at these last set of games here for the Lions, sweeping Towson before the new year on December 6th and 7th, that home and home, as this is won by William Patterson, taking a shot from the circle, the 26 of Aiden Swain. Helkowski knocked hard into the board, scored 2 goals yesterday evening against Drexel up in Philadelphia. As Teets will get set up with this one, trying to set up for Lastra. Teets takes it himself. Busanich will make a save short side. 2 for 2 right now for Busanich, as this one's kept in by the Pioneers. Across to Boyle, puts one on. Blocked in front, getting after it is Helkowski. He'll try to steer it out of harm's way. Out in the neutral zone, Logan May is brought down. Referees will say that it's illegal play. May trying to get it past Amato. May and Amato come together. Amato will win that mini battle. Sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war. This one flipped all the way out. Corner to corner. Comes back down where Ryan Walter will get this for Colin Helkowski. Second line still out there. Being pitched out by the 2 of Daniel Yaka, making his 3rd start of the season for TCNJ. Intercepted by the 24 of Aiden Swain. Still crashing in front of beautiful pad save there from Busanich. And he keeps this game scoreless. Busanich able to get there in time. He'll keep this game 0-0. Face off in the TCNJ end. It's won by Gatsonis. He'll take it behind Busanich's office, nearly taken away there by LaCourte. LaCourte and Gatsonis fighting for it. Gatsonis will win that draw. Sends it across to Matthew Karabko, who nearly got caught in the railroad tracks. Couple of players colliding over at the blue line. Taken here by William Patterson once again. Skated across. This is here by O'Donnell. O'Donnell and Gatsonis coming together. Stout looking to throw the body. O'Donnell still with possession. Greenspoon, who had 2 goals yesterday, trying to take it away. Taken out of here by Joey Greenspoon. Matthew and Joey playing on the same line. Kick saved by Busanic. Kept in by Luke Dubé. Stout trying to get out of TCNJ territory as hard into the boards went Karabko. Sets up a lane for Matty Greenspoon. And this will be an elbowing call going against William Patterson. And we'll get the game's first power play of the evening. We'll see who's going to the sin bin. Looks like it might be Aiden Swain going to the box. So a fresh power play coming up here for the Lions. Trying to get on the board early here is TCNJ. Dubé and Scott Martin will meet at the circle. Martin wins the draw, gets it back to May through traffic. It's Matthew Cucci. Cucci will go to the box there, wearing 28. Meanwhile, Gley sends it across. Here's Martin short side. That one just goes over. That one takes a ride on the railroad tracks, comes back in the possession of Swain. Martin's able to keep this in the zone for the moment. Now it flies out, and a good shorthanded save from Busanic. May will take this behind his own cage. 1:25 remaining in the penalty against Pucci. May to Martin. Martin was tied up at the blue line. Somehow the puck remains onside. May is able to get it. Logan May looking for a lane. He puts one through traffic. That was blocked in front. Filicamo will bank this one down the length of the ice. 63 seconds to go in the elbowing call. Busanic will set it up for Logan May, and May will reset from his own end, keeping him honest with a 14 of Amato. Going across, Filicamo colliding with the Lion. Gley tries to send it through a plethora of black and orange jerseys. Back with it is O'Donnell. Kept in by TCNJ. Here's Stout through traffic. That one goes off of Galgani's pads. And it's his first save of the evening on the power play. 35 seconds to go as William Patterson trying to get back in the win column after 2 straight losses. A loss at Drexel on January 10th and the 2-1 loss on senior night yesterday against the Owls of Temple. 20 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Lions. Greenspoon will pop this one out. Comes over to Austin Teets. Teets goes across, cleared by the Pioneers for the moment. Stout trying to take it in. 7 seconds to go in the man advantage. It looks like William Patterson will get its first penalty kill of the evening, and they will only 1 shot on that TCNJ power play. Phillips right in front, couldn't get a handle on the vulcanized rubber. Teets will let it go behind him, picked up there by the other 8 of Colin Helkowski, and gloved down by Hunter Galgani for a stoppage with 14:37 to play in the first period. Still scoreless from Cy. In the first game of our triple header here tonight on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Immediately following this game will be coverage of Rider versus West Virginia at the D2 level and the D2A level tonight at 9:15. Widener takes on Alabama live from Aston, the Iceworks Skating Center in Aston, Pennsylvania. A lot of action all across Breakout Sports Broadcasting tonight. Glad you could join us as Sislo sends a Pioneer flying. That was Thomas Swartout, who went all the way down. This one will go out of play, and it's pretty hard to bring the 6'3" frame of Thomas Swartout down, but that's exactly what Sislo did, especially when Matt Sislo has got about 8 less inches on Swartout. But hey, bodies collide. We'll see where things happen. Brian Gabota gets it across to Manny Amendola, who will reach it to neutral territory. Gabota coming back out after this, with Eric Santo being injured a couple of games ago, but Gabota has slotted in. He has done well so far in his D1 debut. It's been exceptionally well for this D2 team this season, as that will flutter into the netting and out of play. Like we said, a couple of call-ups coming into this game, both Daniel Jakob and Brian Gabota. with Jakob sliding in for Kyle Pachalski, who is out of tonight's game with a lower body injury. Gary Mignon down the D2 level, still nonetheless. Had his name read beforehand as Colin Helkowski wins the draw. Over to Jack Ellis. Ellis back to Helkowski. Ellis still fighting for it. Over to Helkowski. That one trying to slip through. And the play was blown dead right before Jack Ellis could try to put that one through Hunter Galgani's skates. And I personally don't agree with that call, because from our vantage point, puck was clearly still free. Galgani had no idea where it was, but the referee lost sight of it. So I'll give him a little bit of a pass there with 13:42 remaining in the first. Pucci hits the Lion into the boards. Trying to take it away there is May, taken back by the 10 of Jason Lastra. Lastra, seam pass, tried to find Teets, pitched back in by the Lions. A lot of white jerseys in the offensive zone. Lastra's got it again. Tape-to-tape pass over to Austin Teets. Teets on the backdoor over to Amato, and a good back check there from Jakob. Prevents TCNJ from having to make another save there from Mike Busanic. Here's Jakob, short side chance. Wires one right into the glove of Galgani. TCNJ looking to get their 5th win of the season after having only one win in the first 14 games of the campaign. Able to get 2 wins over Towson in the home-and-home right before the winter break began. Galgani has got this one saved. Trying to get it there is Pucci once again. And then the win last night up in Philadelphia. Both of these teams playing last night like we've previously established, so a lot of tired legs and just trying to knock some of the bus legs off here. Aiden Swain takes that one in front, and a good clear there from the other 26 of Colin Phillips. Not having to have Busanic make a good save as Teets puts a Lion into the boards. Physicality beginning to ramp up here as we approach the midway point in period number 1. Still scoreless. Boyle will send this one off of the high glass. Stout back with it for TCNJ. Bly will backhand this one into the neutral zone once more. Matthew O'Donnell will get on his horse, gets it across to Tommy Boyle. Tommy and George Boyle both in this contest as Busanic will cover up for screaming Brendan Ross. Trying to take this one away and put in the back of the cage. Scott Martin with a very physical win off of the faceoff. Will set up shop there for Brian Gabota. Martin, like was said in the pregame ceremonies, playing as a forward defenseman for the majority of this season, as this one will go on net. Icing is waved off. Shots 10-3 in favor of William Patterson in the opening stages of this first period. Still scoreless. This one goes the length of the ice. Icing is going to be called here. Rather, it's going to be waved off, and a good decision there from the linesman, realizing that Sislo tapped that one at the last moment. And irregardlessly, it's going to come out of the zone and be an offside call against William Patterson. And again, we know William Patterson all very well here, not only on the TCNJ side of things, but also the Jersey Pro League side of things. Matthew Korobko with speed, trying to find a lane, trying to look for the tap-in play was Greenspoon. That one looked like it went out of play initially, but it stays in. Jakob from the point, blocked in front, getting on his horse's Swartout. Jakob trying to back check. Here's Swartout in on to Busanic, and a beautiful save there from Busanic. Play is still alive. It just trickles through. Filicamo was wide open, but he had no idea where the puck was. And back come the Greenspoon brothers, and a good glove save there from Hunter Galgani, being swarmed by the Greenspoon bros on those two. Good stretch plays and those fast breaks from either side. Helkowski off of the draw. Tries to reset this one. Goes back into the possession of Giovanni Russo. Sit up to Darren LaCourte. Stout puts a shot onto net, delayed offside. Trying to get there is May. He's got Helkowski right down Broadway. And instead, he'll turn it over in the offensive zone. Here come the Pioneers on the fast break. 3-on-2 the other direction. Getting there first is Russo. He takes a hit. That one goes through the blue paint. Stays out of the net. We remain tied at nothing. Halfway home in period number 1. Still scoreless on senior night. TCNJ 0, William Patterson 0. And missing a skate blade there. I think Gio Russo blew a skate blade and a half as he is just trying to army crawl all the way off. You see it on the right-hand side of your screen. It will lead to a 3-on-1 for the Lions. Here's Helkowski waiting, firing. Brought down there was Logan May on a beautiful chance. Lay still with it. Trying to get to the bench there was Russo, and Galgani is just able to get there in time. Russo forcing William Patterson to play short-handed for a brief moment, is able to get back to the bench, creating a little bit of chaos across. Here's Sislo with it on the feed from Helkowski. May will backhand this one, creates a little bit of time and space. Fourth line coming on here for the Lions. Gabota not able to swing this one back, racing back for the loose change. Icing is called here, and a much-needed break for TCNJ with 9:03 to go in the first period. Barrera wins the draw against Amato, taken back here by Tietz once more. Across to Lastra. Lastra puts a shot on to Busanic, and Mike will cover up, and then some. And like we were saying a couple minutes ago, definitely know a lot of this William Patterson group well from the Jersey Pro League. Kevin Brennan, the goaltender, on the bench right now, was only played once this season against TCNJ, but nonetheless he was stout in net for the Jersey Pro League. But Austin Tietz, Luca Filicamo, Jason Lastra, and Thomas Swartout definitely recognize those names from college hockey buzz in the club division as Lastra sends this one off of Gabota's shoulder. Lastra will pick up his own rebound. This one goes off for the end wall. Over on the other side, right at the doorstep was Amato. He couldn't pull the trigger. Up for Barrera. Losing the puck behind him. Wasn't able to make a play there anyway. Now O'Donnell will lose it for the brief moment, but collecting it is Amato once again. Amato is going to make sure he doesn't miss on another opportunity. This is sent the length once more. And icing is called against TCNJ in the late stages of period number 1. Shots 5-12 in favor of William Patterson with 8:10 to go in the first. Face-off won by the Pioneers, blocked in front, trying to get on his horse. Here's Lagriola. Lagriola in on Galgani, forehand, backhand. Hunter's got the save. As Galgani got crashed into right after that play. And he is able to get back up to his skates, much to the adoration of the William Patterson faithful. Traveling all the way down from Patterson, New Jersey, about an hour-and-a-half ride down the Garden State Parkway to the New Jersey Turnpike. And all the way over to New Jersey 195 and then NJ 295 to complete the trip from William Patterson to Lawrenceville, New Jersey for TCNJ. This one shot short side from the Lions, goes wide of the net. Backhanded back out there by Filicamo. Batted out of the air with a high stick. TCNJ will backhand this one themselves. Stefanik going after it. Jakob will keep it in at the point. Elects it to get it to Scott Martin. Martin pinned in the boards, gets it to Stefanik. Try to get it to Lagriola, who was tied up, and there was no lane available. Lagriola still with it. Across to Walter through traffic. That one goes off of Swardow's shin. Still with it are the Lions as Walter trying to get it through traffic. George Boyle will get this across, taken here by William Patterson. Now Jakob will send it back in. Boyle back to collect it. Filicamo hit by Amendola, lost for a brief moment, delayed offside against TCNJ. Back over for Georgie Boyle. Boyle banks it over to Swartout, who was lit up there by Gatsonis, and Gatsonis will take it away. Greenspoon trying to outrate the icing, and he will. Not enough mustard on the hot dog for it to be an icing. Taken back here by Swain once more. Busanic will see it go behind him, as Stout will take it from his own end, flips it up to Amendola, a little too high out. Icing waved off, Swain will take it. Intercepted by Joey Greenspoon. Greenspoon will drop it off for Gatsonis, who will take it out into the neutral zone. Matthews Greenspoon with it. Icing waved off once more. Pucci has got it. Rims it all the way around there to Darren LaCourte. Kept in by the Lions for a brief moment. Now it's brought back out into the neutral zone. Blockered aside by Busanic. Fans wanted a tripping call as Amendola was brought down there by a Pioneer, and Amendola can't win the puck battle. He's helped there from Matt Sislo as Amendola got knocked into the boards there by Foley. And a big hit right in the corner as Stout collided. I believe that was Foley once more. Again, these two teams absolutely despise one another, and we're going to get another penalty here as Joey Greenspoon got knocked right to the ice. And we'll see if this is going to be a 4-on-4 or potentially a double minor. I'm not sure what the initial penalty was. Greenspoon is going to go to the box. Same thing. Not sure who that is for William Patterson, but is indeed 4-on-4. We'll get the particulars in just a brief moment. So 4-on-4 for the first time this evening with 5:39 to play in the first. We'll see what each of these teams are able to do here with the open ice.
Lions penalty number 48, Joey Greenspoon, 2 minutes for hooking. Also penalty for the Pioneers, number 24, Brian Cole, 2 minutes for cross.
So it's Cole and Greenspoon in for cross-checking and holding respectively as a loose puck way in the air, batted out by a couple of high sticks. Halkowski trying to get there in time, taken away there by Tommy Boyle. Jason Lastra's got it across the center ice logo. Not able to get it to Teets in time. Scott Martin will backhand it behind Busanic's office where Matt Sislo is brought down there by Jason Lastra. Lastra lost a stick on the play as Sislo was looking for a tripping call. Sislo back with it. Open ice for the TCNJ to work with. Here's Halkowski. May is onside. Halkowski will put a shot on to Hunter Galgani, and Galgani will freeze play. 19 seconds under 5 minutes gone in the first period. Again, Colin Halkowski, the freshman from Mickleton. Again, he's been doing a really, really good job in his freshman campaign. Had 2 goals last night up in Drexel. Trying to get 3 on the weekend as Filicamo sending it across. Swain was tied up. And a good back check from the Lions once again. Clyde trying to get the stretch pass. Open space for the Pioneers. 42 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Stick save from Busanic. Pitching it out is Gatsonis. And icing is gonna be called here. That was a slow-moving puck. But the linesman will determine it'll be a face-off in the TCNJ end once more. And like we were saying about Colin Halkowski, 20 games played in the freshman season. 18 points on the year, 11 of those goals. Safe to say that Colin Halkowski is going to be one of the many, many freshman forwards to be reckoned with this TCNJ program over the next couple of seasons. Corner-to-corner bank-in pass. Glide trying to create some time and space. He'll pitch it back out in the neutral zone across the red line. 15 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Here's a chance short side from William Patterson. And Busanich will cover up once again. That was Luke Dubé who was trying to go short side. On to Mike Busanich. It's on the ice for all 4 wins for the Lions so far. That one trickles wide of the cage. Tommy Boyle on it once again. Sets it in, redirected, going towards the net. Wasn't in the right direction, however. Jakob is on it. Back to 5-on-5. Spinning through as Jakob goes short side onto Galgani. Able to collect his own rebound, trying to bat it out of the air. Fighting with it with Tommy Boyle. Boyle trying to win that battle. Here comes May to help. Now it'll be Boyle and May, as somewhere on the ground there is Daniel Jakob. And it's underneath Jakob's gear, and the referees will blow the play dead once more. And again, these two teams have played really, really closely over the 2 games they have played so far. The 6-2 loss, it may look bad on paper, but it was up until the final 10 minutes of the 3rd period where the wheels started to fall off for the Lions. That it was a close game. It was a 3-2 game in favor of William Patterson. The game just kind of got away from them, so it doesn't really show how close of a game that was. And same thing for the game that ended in overtime. TCNJ's lone loss in the overtime period. Flipped out by Gatsonis, racing after this is Pushy once again. Across to Lastra. Trying to get another breakaway opportunity is Teets. A good back check there from Gatsonis, and he'll bring him down. There's a really good play there from Gatsonis, and a clean one at that. Lastra, he's got a cannon, trying to look for the redirect. In front was Teets. No dice. And TCNJ's defense has come up big so far in this contest, trying to get their first win against an ECHA opponent this season. Rather make that their 3rd win. That one trickling. Took a weird hop off of the stanchion, landed right at the goal line, and it was kicked out by Busanich. Sticks high, 2 minutes to go in period number 1. Still a scoreless contest on senior night. This one chipped out by Barrera. Busanich has got it covered. Stout backhands it to a white jersey. That is Ryan Walter. Glide trying to dig out after it. Intercepted by Walter before Russo could do anything about it. Banked off of the high glass. George Boyle will track back for it. Stefanik right out of 6 o'clock. He is hounding Boyle, as Boyle is just able to get that to Darren Lacourte. Across is Boyle, trying to get through traffic to try to send it back across. Nothing there. This one goes off the skate of a Pioneer. Pinned into the boards. Walter will spin it over. This will fly all the way out. Icing will be called once again, with 69 to play into the 1st period. Still scoreless. And like we said at the top of the show, the first of 3 games here tonight for Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Ryder and Widener playing after this TCNJ matinee matchup. Trying to pitch it all the way out with Stefanik, and he will. Boyle will track it back for it in his own end. Final minute of play in period number 1. TCNJ trying to keep this game scoreless, or trying to set the tone here for the 2nd period. May trying to get a 2-on-1 opportunity. Denied. Here's Boyle, blocked in front by Stout. Busanic will stick it aside. Swartout will create a lane for the younger Boyle brother. Boyle over to Swartout, fanned on the chance. Busanic will read it, he'll cover. Shots 21-8 in favor of William Patterson. And this game remains scoreless. With 36 to play in the first period, Pioneers trying to change that with an offensive zone draw. Filicamo sends this off for the corner line. Trying to bank it across, short side chance, takes a hop off the stanchion once more. Sislo trying to wheel and deal, looking for one final opportunity for the Lions. Dubé tied up with Matt Greenspoon. Filicamo with even numbers the other way. And now Filicamo with a partial 2-on-1, taken back. Even numbers the opposite direction. Sislo's got it across the center ice logo. We'll bank it over for the change. Final 3 seconds in period number 1. Looking for another opportunity was Matthew O'Donnell. Saved by Busanic right in front, and that is how things will end after 20 minutes of play. Knotted up 1-1 apiece as Dubé will start jawing with Ryan Lagriola after the fact, but we're going to end things there for a little bit. You're watching TCNJ Hockey Senior Night Edition live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting via YouTube. And we welcome you back inside the glass for the start of the second period for tonight's broadcast of TCNJ Hockey, live exclusively on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Trey Wright bringing you the action for senior night. Live from the TSAI Field House on the campus of the Lawrenceville School in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Glad you could have us on your YouTube screen, television screen, iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, wherever you're watching this, Apple Watch, one of the weird VHS, VCR things, whatever you're watching us on. Glad you could have us. We could have you on board for tonight's coverage. After 20 minutes of play, the score remains 0-0 between the Lions and the Pioneers of William Patterson. Battle of a couple of Garden State teams here coming tonight. Like we said, it's a senior day special for TCNJ, the final home game of the regular season for the TCNJ Lions, the final regular season game for our broadcast here for TCNJ, our maiden voyage this season for the Lions. Glad to welcome everybody to the Breakout Sports Broadcasting family. TCNJ and everybody involved with this program has been so nice to us in our first season, and we're glad to provide some high-quality content here for one heck of a great hockey team that this TCNJ D1 program has. Getting ready to face off here for the start of period number 2. May and Amato meet at the draw, and we're underway in the middle frame. Shots for that first period were 22-8 in favor of William Patterson. The saving all 22 so far was Mike Busanich, one of the many seniors on the bench and in the game here tonight. Eric Santo, the only senior not playing this evening. He was hurt up in West Virginia last weekend, but nonetheless supporting the team from the bench. David Putty style, you got to support the team. Taken here in the corner. Lastra trying to find this one. Spinning around there was Jack Ellis. Gets it across over to Colin Halkowski. Taken back here by the 44 of George Boyle. May on it again. Gets to Ellis. Trying to get it to Halkowski. Back to May. Right at the doorstep was May. He couldn't get a playoff. Even numbers other way. Trying to get through the D is Austin Teets, and a good back check there from Halkowski as the 2-8s come together. Nick Stout is after it. He is pickpocketed from behind by Dante Amato. Tommy Boyle shoots one for the point, misses by 6 feet, social distancing style. Aiden Swain gets it on the other side. Filacamo puts on the brakes to prevent from crashing into the end wall. Sends it back to Boyle at the point. Boyle still with it. Spins it around. Blocker save. Filacamo fans on the rebound. Logan May in transition takes out the linesman in the process. Fortunately, everybody is able to remain on their skates, and we continue to play on. It's a dangerous play in front as Gatsonis will send it in from the blue line. Rebound goes off of the glove of Galgani, and not able to get there was Halkowski crashing. 3-on-2 for the Pioneers. Filacamo was pickpocketed. Trying to look for the stretch pass there was Glai, taken away there by Matt Bucci. Bucci up to Filacamo as Filacamo has been snake bitten so far in this game. Crunched into the boards there was Foley. Here's Bucci on it again. Wires and fires. Pad save. Busanich. And Busanich has got it covered up. And we'll freeze play here. Almost 3 minutes gone into the first period. And I'd like to get a scheduling update, as what we said about the Rider game was patently false. That game getting kicked off at 8:15 Eastern Time, live here from the TSAI Field House. So a little bit more time for our broadcast crews to reset. Here as we transition from TCNJ action to Rider action. Rider taking on West Virginia in the sandwich game of their weekend triple header at the moment. Still no update on tomorrow's game. We'll let you know on the broadcast. Carlo Pascal, Eric Johnson, and Matt Fusillo on the broadcast for the later game. My name is Trey Wright for TCNJ right now. And Ariel Melendez and her father will be on the broadcast for Widener later tonight. Still haven't been able to confirm if that game is going to be recorded or streamed. Right now, the best that we've got it is it'll likely be recorded once again. Stay tuned for further updates. We'll get them to you as we receive them. But that is, of course, then. This is now. And a very, very busy day for us here at BSB. Walter off for the face-off, sticked away by Galgani. Yaka back on it again, skips over the stick of O'Donnell. Glide back with it. Jakob over. Here's Phillips, takes a penalty, and going back to the box will be William Patterson. Colin Phillips will draw a penalty, and going back to the man advantage is TCNJ. Dan Foley will sit for 2 in the sin bin. Complaining. It looked like may have looked like a dive there. I think that's what Foley was trying to argue his case, but nonetheless, it'll be another power play for the Lions.
Daniel Foley, 2 minutes for tripping at 3:06.
This one's cleared out. 2 for 2 on the penalty kill is William Patterson so far in this game. Trying to get 1 shot on this power play are the Lions. Icing is waved off, is able to get there in time. There was Phillips. Glide will come back the other direction. Wheeling right behind him is Teets. Teets forces Glide to play it over to Jack Ellis. Scott Martin with it. Martin holds up right at the blue line. Big hit as he knocks Lastra to the ice. Much to the delight of the TCNJ faithful here, a big hit right at the red line. 70 to go in the penalty against Foley. Lions not able to get a shot on this man advantage just yet. Resetting is Scott Martin. Luca Filicamo's got him lined up right on the railroad tracks. Martin was hip checked, but he's able to stay with the vulcanized rubber. Looking for it is Jack Ellis, still it's loose in front. Galgani across, beautiful block. Rebound just goes off the iron. Oh, that was Swain sacrificing the body to keep this game scoreless. Glide still with it. Sends it across. May try to get it over, skips over the stick of Ellis, and it'll go out of play. And a sequence of impeccable defense and a little bit of puck luck there for William Patterson. 25 seconds away from going back to 5-on-5. Helkowski across. This one gets whipped up into the netting and will be out of play. Well, an incredible sequence there for the Lions, able to get 3 shots on that man advantage so far. None of them ending up in the back of the 4x6, but Hunter Galgani being peeled out by the hockey gods and Aiden Swain respectively. After that incredible sequence, the Lions aren't done yet. Barrera holding and waiting. Try to get it over to Sislo. Here's Sislo skipping puck, nearly goes off of the referee, taken back here once again by Barrera. Barrera's hit hard into the boards, brought down with Sislo, and that'll do it. 3 for 3 on the penalty kill is William Patterson, back to 5-on-5. The Pioneers looking to break this game open. 2-on-1. Here's O'Donnell across the ice. Gets it across to Swartout. What a transition save! Mike Busanic doing what he does best and stopping rubber. And there is a reason that Mike Busanic is such a fan favorite here at TCNJ. 25 for 25. In this contest so far as the Lions trying to help him a little bit offensively on the other side of the ice. Amendola trying to get after this. Teets fans on the pass, and Joey Greenspin will take it out of harm's way. Banks it off of the glass. Here's Amendola, sees it go a little bit in front of him. Able to get it close enough to where icing is waved off. Yaka pitches it back to Amendola, where Matty Greenspoon will set it up for Manny Amendola again. Amendola turns it over behind the goal line. Swartout had to go off of the back of his skate, but nonetheless, it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Good poke check from Ryan Wolter. Keeps this out. And Amendola will get it back. Tommy Boyle shot it off of Amendola's skates. as Dubé will fall down. Here's Amendola right onto Galgani, and Galgani will bring it down, and now we're gonna get a scrap. Greenspoon going after it with Thomas Swartout. All three referees trying to separate the two combatants. And now Dubé and Amendola are gonna get into it. The gloves are still on for now. Dubé trying to rip Amendola's head off. And Dubé is absolutely furious with that sequence. And now Swartout still jawing with Greenspoon on their way back to the box. And Greenspoon and Swartout still screaming at one another. And now the Zebras will have to decide what the penalties are after that sequence, and what a sequence that was. And we'll see if it's just going to be coincidentals for all four skaters. Amendola, Greenspoon, Swartout, and Dubé all sitting in the penalty box. .13:53 to go in the second frame. And the wheel's starting to come off here. And it looks like it's just going to be coincidental roughing minors for all four skaters involved. Some senior night scrapping here at the TSAI Field House. So Swartout and Dubé, both for roughing. So like we said, coincidental roughings for all four parties involved, remaining 5-on-5. But that is really good for TCNJ as it takes Swartout off of the ice. One of the most dangerous skaters is that one. Looking for the wraparound there was Stefanik. He couldn't get it past Galgani. Like we were saying, Swartout, one of the most dangerous skaters on this TCNJ, rather this William Patterson program. Teets blocks it in front. He is the other part of that double-headed monster that Swartout and Teets have been. Throw Jason Lastra into that mix, and you have got your starting first line that we saw all season long in the Jersey Pro League, all the two games. As Busanic makes another save, rebound never came, net comes off. All the games that we saw in the Jersey Pro League, both games we've seen against the Lions this year. And I believe that those are on whistle. All four of those penalties are whistle penalties. They went in at 13:53, so the first whistle after 11:53. We'll see Swartout, Greenspoon, Dubé, and Amendola back onto the ice as the Pioneer tumbles to the frozen sheet. Stout in some trouble, trying to get it across to Helkowski. Icing waved off. Trying to get there first was Brian Cole, who's knocked hard into the boards there by Helkowski. Ellis has got it. Rebound collected. May looking for it. Hunter Galgani's got it. Still it's loose. May at it again. Gets it across. Kicks it to Kubota. One-timer wrist shot. Tries to go through the slot. Nobody home. Blocked in front by Sislo. This will ricochet all the way out. Galgani getting shelled right now. 12 shots in this second period for TCNJ as they have woken up and trying to take down the Pioneers. Lions trying to eat these Pioneers alive in this second period. Helkowski will throw Cole to the ice, much to the delight of the Lions bench. Next whistle, all four combatants will come back out of the penalty box. Here's May streaking down the alley. Elects to backhand this one to the back wall, comes over to Swain, and Swain will get it to Cole. Here's Kubota trying to make things interesting, and Kubota will get it back up to Swain. Swain holds up, waits, and he'll head westbound and down. Goes past Daniel Jakob. Icing is waved off. Jakob's got to play it. Takes it away there from the 21 of Ross. Looking for the stretch pass again for Colin Phillips. Phillips trying to get away as Taylor Quimby will make his first shift of the evening. Icing is waved off here with 11:04 to go in period number 2. As all 4 skaters will make their way out of the penalty box, and what a game it has been. William Patterson commanding that first period in terms of shots. Had 22 in the first period, only 4 on to Mike Busanic in this second frame. Approaching the midway point in today's contest, Jakob racing back for it, icing waved off once again. Jakob will get it behind a Jake Barrera, who gets it back across to Jakob. Jakob puts one on to Galgani, waffle board into the corner where Tommy Boyle will collect. Big hit there from Colin Phillips. Trying to get there is Lastra. He fans on the outlet pass. Gets it over to Dante Amato. Just barely able to stay onside there was Swain. TCNJ Pench wanted a call there, an offside call. Not going to get it. Teets trying to get it out. Banked out by Walter. Not able to keep it in there was Tommy Boyle. Jakob back forward in the corner. Banks it off the high glass. Glove down by Amato. Here's Amato with the lane. Busanic got the first save. Rebound never came to him. William Patterson now starting to come alive. Trying to play with it is O'Donnell. He spins away from Matthew Korobko. O'Donnell wires and fires. Looking for a whip around pass there was Amato. Kicks it back for Teets to go short side. Busanic covers. Cue the Bon Jovi for both of these Garden State teams. We're officially past the halfway point in tonight's contest. As we got a face off on the right-hand side of Busanic on it once again. This one goes through the legs of O'Donnell. And numbers for the Lions the other way. Korobko across. Onside are the Lions. Korobko back to Gatsonis. Fans on the shot. That would have been a blistering shot there from Gatsonis. Comes back to the red line, where Gatsonis will collect back for it again. He and Korobko play catch. That one goes behind Gatsonis. And Alex will once again start from beneath his own goal line. Joey Greenspoon fends off a hit there from O'Donnell. The Greenspoon fourth line will come on. Matthew had 2 goals yesterday. We'll see that one tip in. He'll come back for it. Matthew to Joey. Joey trying to get it back for Gatsonis. Trying to spring it back, and here's Swartout on his horse. Partial break for Swartout. Greenspoon takes him down, and Greenspoon is going to go to the box for a hold. And now, Swartout brought down there, and he is hurt. Trainer coming off. And that was an awkward hit into the boards as Greenspoon bringing him down. And we'll see what the call is. I believe it's just going to be a holding call here, and it will be. But bad news for William Patterson. As Thomas Swartout down on the ice. Again, what can you really say about this kid that hasn't been said already? Played in the Jersey Pro League for College Hockey Buzz. Been lighting up the charts here. 4th in scoring for William Patterson, and not a good look here for Swartout. We'll step aside, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. And a fantastic sight to see there is Thomas Swartout able to get back up to the skates under his own power, being helped to the bench there by his Pioneer teammates. And again, going back and looking at it, is held there by Greenspoon, and just like Carrillo Pascal, our videographer for today, said, went into the boards and then went into the sheet of ice first and immediately grabbed his head and wasn't moving for a couple of moments, but a fantastic sight to see Swartout able to get off the ice under his own power. But Joey Greenspoon will go to the box here for 2. It's a holding call against Greenspoon. It'll be the second power play of the night for William Patterson, 0 for 1 with 3 shots. As the Pioneers will start from their own end of the ice, here's Luca Filacamo, gets it across to Lastra. Lastra with speed, trying to get around Scott Martin, and Martin holds up in front of him. Lastra on it again. Pinned in by Martin, taken away here by Dubé. Taken back to George Boyle. Boyle to Filacamo as Tommy Boyle was trying to get there. Filacamo whips it around. Back across, right from the point. Busanic has got it covered. No, he doesn't, but it remains out of the net. George Boyle on it, wires through traffic, off for the back of the end. Still it is loose, trying to get there as Amato. A scramble for everything in front. Busanic has got it covered, and he does. A scrum of about 10 seconds time. And Busanic somehow able to get it. And keeping this game knotted up at 0 with 62 to go, and the holding call against Greenspoon. Trying to look for another defensive zone draw as TCNJ comes back. Amendola can't get this out. Taken back by Austin Teets. Back in the neutral zone, having to track back forward is Bucci. O'Donnell now skates across with it, try to get around Nick Stout, and he does. O'Donnell back to the point for Swain. Swain across, Lastra with time and space, couldn't handle the shot. Swain on it, goes off of the glove of Busanic, and it goes off of the side of the net. 2 blistering shots from Swain. One went right out of the glove of Busanic, and the other one just going off of the crossbar. And Mike getting a little bit of help from the hockey gods there with 34 to play in this man disadvantage for the Lions. Off the draw. Martin doesn't win it. Comes back to Swain at the blue line. O'Donnell to Swain. Here's Swain holding up. Gets it to Lastra. Lastra trying to get it to Dubé. Swain on it again. This one banks off of the high glass, and Lagriola tries to bank this out. Unsuccessful. 10 seconds to go in the man advantage. Teets hounded from behind there by Stout. Stout just trying to waste time. Greenspoon waiting for the cue to get out. Finally squirts back out. Here's Scott Martin over to Barrera. Barrera can't get it, but Greenspoon will come out to collect, and we're back to 5-on-5. Stretch pass from Greenspoon intended for Barrera. Clogged up there by Lastra. Martin's got it, trying to get it to Lagriola, kept in by Swain at the point. Swain's shot blocked by Lagriola, comes to Teets. Bouncing puck, taken by Teets once again, Stout right behind him. O'Donnell trying to get it again. Nobody home, Swain able to keep it in right at the line. 6:22 and counting to go in period number 2. Still scoreless from Cy. Kept in on the other side there by LaCourte. And Greenspoon trying to get it out of his own end. Nearly knocked down by Austin Teets. This one glove down by Barrera. Fans on the outlet pass, trying to get there in time as Stout, and he will. Lagriola able to push this to the opposing blue line. And this one will go out of play with just 2 seconds underneath 6 minutes remaining in the second period. What a game this has been so far. A back and forth battle, and a fantastic battle of a couple of goaltenders between Galgani and Busanic. Two goaltenders on the opposite ends of their career. The final home game for Michael Busanic. And just finishing out his first season as a freshman is Hunter Galgani. Has got big shoes to fill with the departure of Kevin Brennan in a season. Brennan becoming a senior next year. Galgani trying to take up the mantle. Here's May, mano-a-mano for May. Tries to get around. He does. May was held up and somehow not able to get a shot on net. Screaming for a holding call was the TCNJ bench as LaCourte got away with one. Back the other direction with it, trying to get there is Cole. 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Ellis not able to bat it down. Boyle now with it, try to get it to LaCourte, taken away by Logan May. He goes across the center ice logo. May banks it to himself into the corner. Trying to get there is Jack Ellis. Ellis waiting for a pass, gets it back to Jakob at the point. Jakob through traffic, blocked in front by Foley. Jakob keeps it alive at the blue line, puts one on. That was a beautiful stick save there from Galgani, but it was going wide anyway. Walter trying to catch William Patterson in the middle of a change here. 4:30 to go in the second. Halkowski lays the boom in the corner to 28 of Bucci. Comes back over. Ross trying to dig after it. Phillips nearly taken down. Bucci again. Bucci sends it off the glass. And icing will be called with 4:09 to play in the second. And what a third period that this game is shaping up to be. I tell you, this third period is going to be absolutely electric. We got to get through the rest of this second period first. Gley was trying to get there in time, couldn't get there. Barrera spins it around, keeps it onside. Boyle to track back for it. Boyle and Filicamo, Gley all racing for it, trying to get there at the point, keeping it in. Here's Gley, trying to get there in time, comes back to Barrera. Barrera and Gley with it. Galgani has got it short side. And again, this is shaping up to be one of those games that you know that whoever scores the first goal in this game is going to end up winning in any way, shape, or form. But both of these goaltenders and defenses have come out in droves tonight. And this game remaining scoreless, potentially through the opening 40 minutes of play. Martin trying to drive through the zone. Lagriola throws a hit there onto Dubé. Trying to get there is Ross. He'll send it into the opposite corner. Martin will come back for it. Martin tries to dig at it. Poke checked in front there by O'Donnell. Lagriola flips it all the way out in the possession of Rich Stefanik. Taken away by Lastra. Lastra across with speed. Turning on the Jets is Jason. Trying to go take it to the house there is Lastra, hounded by Lagriola. Lastra still with it. Scott Martin throws a hit into the corner. Short side opportunity. It's still loose. Kept in by William Patterson. Amato's got it. Looking for a lane is Swain. Swain across to O'Donnell. O'Donnell in short side save. Bustin's rebound comes right to Amato. Not able to get anything on net. O'Donnell is still with it. Amato on it again. Short side opportunity goes off the side of the net. Stefanik now just trying to keep it plastered to the corner. 2:16 to go in the second period. Buckle up because this is going to be a whale of a third the way that things stand right now. Swain at the point, looks for a lane across to Amato. Puts one in, blocked by Gatsonis. That was a good block on Brian Cole. Cole still with it, taken away by Gatsonis. Gatsonis and Cole coming together, holding each other. Still with it is Gatsonis, and finally it comes back out into William Patterson's end. Wholesale line change for the Lions. Trying to catch him in there is Swain. Puts one on. What a save there from Gatsonis, blocking that shot from Swain. William Patterson keeps it alive. It's still loose. Amato was looking for it. It's underneath Gatsonis, and it goes wide. Swain keeps it in. William Patterson buzzing like a hornet's nest. Amato's on it. Ellis trying to get it out, and it will. Here's May trying to look for a breakaway chance. Goes off of Tietz's stick. Ellis was trying to play it for May, looking for a breakaway for May, and it comes to Joey Greenspoon. Final 70 to go in period number 2, and Amato will take it away. 2-on-2, make it a 3-on-2 for William Patterson. Here's Tietz with it. Goes it across, they score! With 57 seconds to go in the second period. Finally, 1 strikes for William Patterson. Dante Amato, with all the chaos in front, opens the scoring late in the second frame. And you had a feeling that that was absolutely coming after the play that William Patterson had.
Pioneers goal scored by number 14, Dante Amato, assisted by number 8.
So it's Amato from Tietz. Rebound, looking to get there is Barrera for the answer. 43 seconds to go in the second. Lions looking to tie this one back up going into the second. Amato blows a tire. It's Amato from Tietz for the game's lone goal so far. As with it is Greenspoon. Here's Greenspoon across. That was deflected in front as a plethora of bodies go in the net instead of the puck. And we'll wait for everybody to come out. That was Amato who went crashing into his own cage. No penalties assessed on that play. We'll play on with 20 to go in the second period. Lions down once again. They were down 1-0 to Drexel yesterday afternoon before retying it up as Greenspoon's shot saved. Once again by Galgani, who was 24 for 24, pitching a shutout right now between the pipes for William Patterson. May trying to get there. Gets it to Martin. Time winding down in period number 2. William Patterson trying to take this second period lead to the house. And Stout will do so. Final 3 seconds will tick down. Martin will send it into the corner. And that will do it. 40 minutes of play. William Patterson leads 1-0 after Dante Amato lights the lamp for the only time so far tonight and makes it a 1-goal deficit for the Lions. 20 minutes left here at the TSAI Field House for home play for the Lions here in 2024-2025. We'll step aside during intermission. You're watching TCNJ Lions Ice Hockey live on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. 20 minutes to go with 40 down as we welcome you back inside the glass for the final period of coverage this season for TCNJ Lions hockey, live exclusively on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Trey Wright on the call. And after 2 periods of play, William Patterson leads 1-0 after a goal from Dante Amato to give this game its only score so far, with about a minute remaining in the second intermission until we get things started for period number 3. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in all season long to our maiden voyage here with the TCNJ Lions, and it has definitely been an adjustment period for this season with all the new teams that we've been covering. TCNJ, both Rutgers programs, and of course the usual suspects of Ryder, Widener, and Ramapo. But ever growing is this broadcast company, and we'd like to thank everybody on the TCNJ side of things. And if you're watching from another school, thank you so much for supporting TCNJ and their seniors here tonight. But we'd like to thank everybody for their ongoing support as we wrap up this brief stint before playoffs begin. We'll be off the air for just a little bit until we kick back things up with the Jersey Pro League this summer, coming in just a couple of months. But TCNJ trying to get back into the contest, looking for their second straight win after beating Drexel last night. William Patterson looking to play spoiler on senior night after Temple spoiled their senior night yesterday evening up at the Ice Vault in Wayne, New Jersey. We know that rink definitely by now. It is go time for the final 20 minutes of action here on home ice for the regular season. Mike Busanic, 37 for 38. Hunter Galgani, 24 for 24. As we get ready to kick things off here in the third and final frame. William Patterson looking to get back in the win column. TCNJ looking to give one final pat on the back for their seniors, who have worked their tails off this season, especially on the back end of this regular season, for 3 wins in the final 6 games, trying to get a 5th win to close out the homestand here in 2024-2025. Third period underway. Amato and May at the dot, and we're underway in the third and final frame here on home ice. Glad we could have you along for the ride. Boyle tried to stick it up to Lastra. This will be icing called against the Pioneers. 15 seconds gone by in the third period. TCNJ with 3 goals in the third period yesterday up in Drexel. Trying to replicate that here. It's just trying to get through that clogging center ice play, that center ice defense. That is William Patterson, and of course, just trying to shut down Lastra, Tietz, and Swartout. Haven't seen Swartout come onto the ice ever since taking a bad tumble midway through the second. Back the other direction are the Lions. Right in front, and Matthew Greenspoon was a little behind the play. Was a little bit in front of the puck, however, and couldn't get the game tire. Busanic will see it go behind his office. Trying to get there is O'Donnell. Trying to flip it up for Austin Tietz, the captain of this William Patterson team, gets it to Lastra. Batted out by Busanic once again. Greenspoon trying to get another opportunity. TCNJ pinned in their zone. Reinforcements will come on in the form of E.J. Glide. Still trying to whack at it is Logan May. It pops back out towards Austin Tietz. Tietz trying to look for an insurance goal. Looking for the wraparound. Was blocked in front by Sislo. Right at the doorstep. Lastra trying to dig after it. Bodies go flying all over the place. And it stays out of the net somehow. Lastra with it again. William Patterson looking to get out of dodge here with 2 points tonight. They lead 1-0. Busanic will steer that one aside. This will go the length of the ice. Icing is waved off here as racing after the loose change are Helkowski and Swain. Those two collide hard into the corner. Swain the first one there. Barrera keeps it in at the blue line, and this will be called down with a hand pass. With 18 minutes to go in period number 3, 40 shots on the board for William Patterson. This will come out of the zone. Stefanik and Dubé off of the draw. Stefanik wins it. Whipped in from the red line by Stout. Didn't miss by much, and Gatsonis will start things up for the Lions. Glai rims it around the corner. Gatsonis is the first one to and at the blue line. We'll try to rim it back the other way. Barrera was in the way. And in transition is Teets. 3-on-2 for William Patterson. Stefanik will say no on that 3-on-2 opportunity. And good to see Thomas Swartout back out on the ice here for his first shift after that injury. Barrera, stick behind him by the 28 of Bucci. Trying to get there once again, and now TCNJ will go back to the power play. It's a cross-checking call against Swain. So Swain will go back to the box. He is screaming at the referee on the call. And a late chance here, trying to look for the equalizer for the Lions. It'll be 2 minutes of power play time as Swain will get his 4th penalty minutes of the afternoon. And one of the best penalty killers for this William Patterson unit will sit in the sin bin for a pair. 3rd power play opportunity for TCNJ this afternoon. Here's Glide through traffic, blocked by Tita's skate. Cleared out by Lastra the other way. Busanic will reset for the Lions. Glide seam pass intended for Barrera, trying to get there in time. Rather, that was May. Icing is waved off. Trying to dig at it is Logan May. He'll come out with it. Noah O'Donnell will be the first one there. A little bit of chaos in front. May trying to set it up for Ellis. Back to May. Kicks it back to the point for Gali. Glide across over to Lagriola. Glide through traffic, blocked again by Lastra. Goes back out in the neutral zone. That's 2 blocks with the lower appendage there for Lastra, as May can't handle this one going over the blue line. Halfway home and the penalty against Swain. Glide tries to get it across for Ellis. It just goes off the pipe. Cleared out once again by the Pioneers. That was TCNJ's best chance of the evening so far as Glide skate back to the bench. Here's shorthanded Georgie Boyle. Goes up all the way out. Martin will bat it out with a hand pass. And touching up will be Amato. Big penalty kill here. Has been Stout all season long for this Pioneers program. With 24 to go in the man up. This one whipped back there by Boyle. Stout will see it from his own end. Final opportunity on this 3rd power play of the afternoon as Stout will scream across the far side. Has a poke check by Boyle. Stout now still with it. He's taken across, and Greenspoon can't keep it in. Penalty time is up. 3 for 3 on the kill are the Pioneers, trying to baby this 1-0 lead here on TCNJ's senior night. This is batted out by Scott Martin. Trying to get there is Barrera again, taken back by Filacamo. Filacamo across to Teets. Teets and Martin racing after the loose change. Teets went over Martin but couldn't get there in time. Filacamo's got it at the blue line. Trying to get there on the other side is Martin. The captain of this TCNJ ship takes it across the red line, across the blue line. Martin in front, didn't miss by much. Sislo on it, collides on the other side. Lagriola trying to bat it down. Ryan was still trying to get there. Here's O'Donnell, who will scream across the far side himself. O'Donnell around the defense. Busanic got it covered. Wasn't able to hold on to it. Trying to bat that out of the air was Swartout. Filacamo trying to join in the battle, taken here by Lagriola. 2-on-2 for the Lions as Hunter Galgani will cover it up once more. Approaching the midway point in period number 3, would like to remind everybody that at 8:15, following tonight's action, will be Rider University, the Bronx taking on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. At 8:15 Eastern Time, that's when warm-ups begin. Face-off at around 8:25, but coverage will start at 8:15. Right here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, and then later on tonight at 9:15, an hour after that. Widener will take on Alabama. Still unconfirmed if that game will be streamed, as Swain was trying to soccer kick it to himself. Taken down by Greenspoon. He can't hold on to it. We'll bat it to the opposite corner. Again, we will let you know when we find out if that game will indeed be streamed down in Aston, or if it will be on tape delay like last night's game, a 7-1 loss to Georgetown. Trying to take it there is Amato. Amato spinning around the goal mouth like a shark, kicks it back to Bucci at the point. Bucci's pass intercepted. 3-on-3 for TCNJ. Jakob's shot blocked in front by Lastra once more. Ryan Cole will take it the other direction as Phillips will go to the ice. Trying to dig at it is Boyle. Rather, that's Amato. May is in onside. Lost the handle of it. Amato pickpocketed by Halkowski. Loads the gun for May, but May couldn't get there. May on it again. Looking across to Halkowski. Blocked in front. Another opportunity. Just sticks up high. Couple of really nice opportunities for the Lions, as that one will go up into the netting once more. Oh boy. TCNJ with 27 shots on the net right now. All of them have been steered away by Hunter Galgani, and you got a feeling that may have been the Lions' best opportunity so far of the night. We'll hope it's not their only. We'll hope it doesn't remain their best opportunity of the evening, and they can try to knot this game up and keep this a 1-0 deficit beforehand. Barrera nearly got laid out by Quimby as he was trying to hit him Jacob Trouba style. Quimby is, I think Quimby is glad that didn't connect, because that may have been a 5 in a game there. On head contact, but nonetheless, Sislo and Gatsonis, the two seniors, trying to get things going. This all-senior line trying to get the game going and get the goal scoring going for the Lions on home ice. 11:45 to go in the third period. 1-0 William Patterson leads. Boyle on it again, gets it across to his younger brother. Sislo not able to keep this. Sword out right at 6 o'clock. This one pops out of the zone. Having a tag up is William Patterson. Lagriola sends this to the opposite blue line. Sislo trying to take this away from Dubé. Swartout will join the battle, comes back to Tommy Boyle. Glove down there by Scott Martin. Lions with numbers the other way if they hurry. Martin was looking to go short side on a whip shot. Didn't miss by much again. This one banked out by the Lions again. Approaching the midway point in period number 3, and icing will be called against William Patterson. 55 seconds away from the midway point in the third. Pioneers 1, Lions 0 in the third. Martin wins the draw. Halkowski kicks it back. Shot from the point. Hunter Galgani had it. The rebound covered up. That was nearly a disaster for William Patterson as Galgani got the initial chance. Halkowski was crashing in as Galgani couldn't collect the rebound that he finally did to freeze play, and we'll have another face-off to the left-hand side of the young freshman goaltender from Avenel. Amato trying to dig after it. Comes back to O'Donnell. Lastra across. Seam pass to Amato. He's not able to collect. Here's Helkowski trying to get it in. O'Donnell across the center ice logo. Walter will come back with it. Trying to get out of there is Helkowski. William Patterson with numbers the other way, and nobody was home in black and orange, much to the relief of the TCNJ faithful. This remains a 1-0 game. Lastra across center ice. Big blast, missed the net by 10 feet. Swain from the other way. Lastra was looking for the redirect. Goes wide once more. Teets waiting like a shark. Banks it to Lastra behind the cage along the half wall. Lastra spins away from Stout. Looking to go short side there was Vincent Stoffel. Didn't miss by much either. Rather, that was Matthew O'Donnell who barely missed on that play. Jason Lastra still with the vulcanized rubber. Now it's intercepted as Barrera tries to stick it up. Helkowski trying to get there, taken back, corner-to-corner pass. That was just in front of the red line. Icing is waved off. Past the midway point in the third period, 9:22 to go in regulation. TCNJ looking for the equalizer. This one was shot about 2 feet behind the red line, so icing is called against William Patterson. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Lions with 9:15 to go. And we did receive word during the intermission that Governor Phil Murphy has declared a state of emergency for the state of New Jersey regarding tomorrow's snowstorm. We will let you know the official standing on if tomorrow's Rider West Virginia game will happen, as this is an icing call against TCNJ this time. But given the state of emergency, we would imagine that tomorrow's game for the Rider Bronx would be nixed. Either postponed or this late in the season potentially canceled. We will let you know once we find out. Likely will be when Karolak Pascal, Eric Johnson, and Matt Fusillo will come onto the mic in about 2 hours' time. An hour and 45 minutes time, rather. That game airtime having at 8:15 Eastern right here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Meanwhile, just trying to extend this game are the Lions, kept in by LaCourte. May will spin it around. 2-on-1 for TCNJ. Here's May trying to go between the legs, was brought down. I don't know about that shot selection from May. Trying to go between the legs, Pavel Datsyk style. And wasn't able to get the job done there. Swart out on the other side, still got it. Tries to load the gun on the other side. Filacamo trying to take it away. Banked out in the neutral zone. Glove down by Busanic. 7:53 to go. Looking for the stretch pass was May. He was just barely onside there, but has to skate back to the bench. Now, open ice for Swart out, puts it off of the post. Dangerously close to this being a 2-0 contest. Now the Lions the other way. Here's Glye screaming down the near side, puts one on, doesn't miss by much. Ellis keeps it in, keeps the play alive as Glye will see it hop over his stick. Stout on the other side, got it to Glye. Glye all the way, trying to get there was Galgani, and this is cleared. And this will go just to the side of Mike Busanic's cage. There'll be another offensive zone draw for the Lions. Shots 42-30. William Patterson not having an official shot on net in the last 5 minutes. TCNJ trying to get up there. Potentially get things going here for the Lions late. Helkowski off of the draw. That was blocked by Dubé. Going into the opposite corner. Stout looking for a lane. Gets it to May, and that may have gone off of his knee. He was hobbled over for a minute. Backhanded back out, and Swartout trying to find the loose change. Walter will back check and take it away. Dubé and Halkowski come together. Halkowski with the loose change. Gets it to Walter. Walter knocked across the blue line. And this will go the other direction. Halkowski trying to take it back. Colin Phillips gives a hit to Laster on the other side. Now 6:30 to play in the third period. Time winding down for TCNJ. William Patterson looking to split the weekend. TCNJ looking to go 2 for 2 on the weekend. Will be the first time since January 6th and 7th when they swept the Towson Tigers for their first ESCHA win of the season, looking to defeat another ESCHC team in the form of the William Patterson Pioneers. Halkowski is brought down. Referees are going to say that that was a clean play. TCNJ bench wanted a call, and that will go into the box. As everybody yelling at the referee that that should have been a trip, and I will say that that was borderline. Halkowski sold it just a little bit. And it is still a very, very close game. Draw will come at center ice. It'll be Amato on the draw along with Barrera. Comes back to Dubé. This one skitters behind Mike Busanich. Loose puck in front. Amato won it, and somehow Busanich is able to get across. A save by Busanich. The moves from Barrera. This one goes sky high. Trying to bat it out of the air was Walter. And Lagriola couldn't come down with it. Martin coming the other direction. Spins away from a couple of hits. Here's Martin. Was tied up by Lastra behind the point. Boyle on it. Big hit there as Martin nearly knocked down. Comes back to Tommy Boyle. Gets it back to Amato. As a big hit for Lagriola, laying out Tommy Boyle behind the goal line. Count 'em, 5 minutes ago in period number 3. TCNJ trailing 1-0 to William Patterson. Greenspoon trying to get across. This is to Ryan Walter. Walter puts a shot on stick to side by Galgani. Scrum for the vulcanized rubber in the corner. Stefanik will take it away. He's pickpocketed by O'Donnell. Trying to spring it up for Ross. Ross will clear it out. This forecheck will come alive here for William Patterson. Trying to look for the wraparound chance in front was fully covered up. Once again by Busanich with 4:14 to play. Time winding down, time running out for the Lions. Just need one shot, one goal, but Hunter Galgani has stood on his head. 32 for 32 in between the pipes tonight. Martin back to Stefanik. Brought back in by Swartout. Swartout takes a shot, goes wide. William Patterson still on it again, intercepted by Matthew Greenspoon. Greenspoon waiting for his brother, takes it himself down the near side, drops it back for Stefanik. Greenspoon across. May was out of position. O'Donnell will take the loose change. O'Donnell with time and space, kicked back in, having a tag up on the Lions. 3:30 to go in the third period. TCNJ needs one to tie. This one banks off of Filicamo's twig. Icing is negated. Sislo trying to make quick work as Filicamo's behind him. Sislo holds up, taken away by Swartout, comes to the other 16 as Scott Martin will hold up behind his goaltender's office. Wheeled out by Scott. 180 seconds to go in regulation. TCNJ looking to take one to tie. Barrera sends this one back in on the delayed offside. Amato will take it out. Amato trying to break it down. Here's Glei with a little bit of time and space on the left wing. Glei will send it off for the Zamboni door. Taken back by Bucci again. Stout is able to keep this in. He wires. That one sticks up in the netting and out of play. 2:36 remaining in regulation. You can cut the tension with a knife in this building right now as Glei will take the draw. Barrera to Stout. Trying to get there is Walter, sends it over the dasher. We'll see how long Andrew Duco elects to keep Mike Busanic in his cage. Busanic staying between the pipes for now. This is Bucci trying to get it out. Ryan Walter will reset from his own end, clears it out to the neutral zone. Lastra with it, just trying to knock as much time as down as possible. Amato was looking for his second of the night. Trying to be taken there by Jake Barrera. Sticks high, 2 minutes to go in the third period. TCNJ trying not to get shut out here on senior night after scoring 6 goals against Drexel yesterday evening. They've played a sound defensive game here this afternoon, trying to get the offense going with $1:37 to go in regulation. Busanic remains at the top of his crease. Flying down the other side is O'Donnell, who will take some more time off the clock. Under 90 to play in regulation. Glei has got it. Tries to get it up for Halkowski, a little too far out in front. Icing is waved off. Busanic waiting at the top of his crease. Steering it around is May. Busanic creeping ever so closer to the bench. May with a shot, blocked in front. Kept in by Sislo. Glove down, Galgani had it, and he tried to play it again, but was whistled down by the referee, and Galgani incensed with the stripes, and rightfully so. And timeout is going to be called here by TCNJ, as Busanic has gone to the bench for the final minute of regulation. And what a game this has been. A tight defensive matchup. 77 shots overall, 33 for TCNJ, 44 for William Patterson. The Pioneers with the edge as of right now. And again, stick around for about an hour and a half's time. Will be airtime for Rider versus West Virginia right here from the TSAI Field House. And it is definitely going to be one whale of an ending here. TCNJ comes back out onto the ice, trying to get the game-tying goal with 1 minute to go in regulation. Here we go. Busanic is at the bench. 6 attackers on for the Lions, and we're off. May has got it, sends it out into the corner. Barrera will now play this. Gets it to Ellis. Ellis has held from behind. Kept in at the point. 46 seconds to go. May puts one on. Galgani is out. This one pitched all the way out. Trying to race there is Barrera, and he will get it. 37 seconds to go in regulation. Another offensive zone draw here for the Lions with 37.6 remaining in the third period. Lions need one to tie. Off the draw, Martin wins it, gets it back. Trying to set up shop there was Stefanik. May keeps it alive. 30 seconds to play in regulation. Empty net as Ellis tries to get it over, goes over Greenspoon's stick. Martin trying to keep it in. Barrera, we'll see it go past him. 18 seconds to play. One final chance here for TCNJ. Barrera, tape-to-tape pass for Scott Martin. Martin sees it taken away. Lastra's got it. He scores. Jason Lastra taking it to the house physically. Puts the dagger right in TCNJ's hearts with 10 seconds to go. And William Patterson, who had 2 goals scored against them yesterday evening on senior night, will spoil senior night here for TCNJ. And now, Jason Lastra getting into it with Matthew Korobko as his 4th line will come on here. Both skaters being sent to their respective benches. With 10 seconds to go, TCNJ just trying to net one here.
Pioneers goal scored by number 10, Jason Lastra.
Lastra with the empty net goal. Time will expire. Call it a shutout for Hunter Galgani, as he stops 33 of 33 to blank TCNJ on senior night. Mike Bucinich making 43 saves on 44 shots faced. And the offense once again coming up short. Once more on senior night, as the Lions are blanked here. 2-0 in the final season, the final home game of the regular season.
Third period, William Patterson 9 for a total of 45, and the Lions.
The 2 teams will shake hands.
Third period for a total.
It's not the way we wanted it to end.
Once again, thank you to our
But what a season that this has been here for TCNJ, and they've still got games to be played. They've got the NECHL tournament coming up in a couple of weeks, a couple more road games after that. And in front of a packed barn here, William Patterson's defense holding up strong, and Hunter Galgani holding up just a little bit stronger. TCNJ falling to William Patterson for the 3rd time this season. 2-0 your final. And hey, definitely be back here for next season on the Breakout Sports Broadcasting side of things. What a ride it has been, and year 1 just about complete. We'd like to thank everybody, all the fans, all the coaching staff, Andrew Duco, Paul Baccio, all the players that have helped us out here for this opening season for covering TCNJ hockey, making the transition as seamless as possible. And for Carrillo Pascal, Matt Fusillo, Emily Cott, all of our workers here, the entire BSB crew, thanks TCNJ for all their support this season. Not the way you want it to end, but nonetheless, that'll close the book on year number 1 for Breakout Sports broadcast coverage of TCNJ Lions hockey. Later on tonight, in about an hour and a half's time, Rider Hockey will take on West Virginia University to try to get their 2nd win of the season, try to get up there in the ACCHL M2 rankings here. But on behalf of TCNJ Hockey, Breakout Sports Broadcasting, my name is Trey Wright. 2-0 your final. We'll see you next season, ladies and gentlemen. Go Lions!